Are we ready? Okay, good. Let's go. You ever chase something for years? Like, you know what this thing should look like. You know what it should feel like when it's in your hands. And no matter what, you just can't seem to find it. It's as if this thing only exists in your imagination. Well, that was me with these jeans. I grew up seeing old timers wear jeans just like these. Deep, rich indigo. Stiff as hell at first, but over time they became theirs. The fades, the creases, every mark told a story. I've wanted that for years, and now I finally have my own. But they're not really mine yet. Seven Titans jeans are made from American selvedge denim, a rarity these days. The fabric comes from Proximity Mills, the last fully American-owned and operated textile mill making selvedge denim. That's what makes these jeans so different. You see, most of the best denim in the world is made in Japan. But this is one of the last few denim fabrics truly made in America. The details matter. These are made with 100% made in the USA buttons and rivets, and they're stitched with heavy-duty cotton thread. Every part of these jeans is built for longevity. They're stiff now, sure, but in a year, they'll be a completely different pair of jeans. Ones that fit me and nobody else. Let's take a deeper look at Proximity Mills, the beating heart behind the fabric of these jeans. The process of making selvedge denim is as much an art as it is a science. Proximity Mills isn't just a mill, it's a preservation of craft. This mill isn't a huge manufacturing company that's churning out hundreds of thousands of jeans every single year. It's a mill with a singular vision to revive and really sustain American-made selvedge denim. The yarn itself is spun with precision, each fiber treated carefully to achieve the perfect balance of texture and strength. From there, it's rope dyed in indigo. This method allows the color to penetrate deeper into the fibers, resulting in a rich, vibrant blue that fades uniquely with wear. Now, what's incredible is that every piece of denim woven at Proximity Mills is handcrafted using a very old technique. The mill uses what are called shuttle looms, and these are antique machines that create the signature selvedge edge, which I'm learning is a kind of telltale mark of quality denim. This process is slow, deliberate, and incredibly rare. It's the exact opposite of mass production. Each roll of denim is crafted with care, giving it its own character, its own imperfections, and dare I say, its own soul. It's this combination of old world craftsmanship with modern day sustainability that seems to really set Proximity Mills apart. They're basically bringing a disappearing craft into the 21st century in order to ensure that we're not just wearing denim, we're wearing history. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Seven Titans caught the full impact of the iron hammer of the mighty Redditors. People were not happy, to say the least. They called the jeans overpriced, they said the fit was all over the place, and said that there was nothing particularly special about the jeans. And Ross, the guy behind Seven Titans, he took it on the chin like a champ. He didn't argue, he didn't make excuses, he just listened. And here's the thing, you can find hate for absolutely anything on Reddit. I mean, you could talk about puppies or kittens or whatever that is unanimously agreed on by the majority of people, and there would still be a mob on Reddit that hates something just for the sake of hating it, just for the sake of joining in with that subreddit, with that community. I think that, like anything, you have to take it with a grain of salt. Other people's opinions of items or products or what you're doing doesn't matter. They're literally just opinions. I love these jeans. I love the simplicity of how they look. I don't like, the one thing I hate the most about Wranglers, and I'm gonna get hate for this, is the stupid little pocket swirls. I don't like it. I get it that at one point it had a great intention, and I think those intentions are super important, but I don't need that intention. I need as simple as possible. One of the biggest complaints was that there's no personal or no custom detailing on the buttons or the rivets. I love it. I think it is a very minimal look that I really do enjoy. So, with all of that being said, there's still one aspect of these jeans that we've yet to determine if Reddit is right or if Reddit is just running their mouth, per usual. And that's the fit. Arguably the most important part of any clothing item. Now your next question is probably, well, how do you sanforize unsanforized denim? You've explained what it is, but how do you do it? And I'm gonna show you, but I promise for me it's gonna be even more of a process, and I had to buy something extra in order to do this because living in an RV makes it really difficult to sanforize unsanforized denim, because this is my bathroom. Standing in the shower here, I barely have enough room to really move, much less to soak a pair of jeans, because I don't have a bathtub, which is why I bought this. This is a quick open bathtub from Amazon. It was $54, and we're gonna be setting it up right here, just like this. This is a dangerous job. We're only gonna fill this like 50 to 60% full, because then we're gonna use this 7-liter 28-cup pot to boil water with our induction stove top. And it's really hot. It's going in. Now before we jump in the tub, I do want to just show you, these, like I said, are a size 36, and I have about that much space between my finger and the pants stretched out. So it's about an inch, inch and a half. It's what I want. These are really long. I'm going to unfold them, but you can see the fit of these before I get in the tub. I'm nervous about this. I've never done anything like this before. I'm gonna put my phone down here. See. Oh, it's not bad. It's not bad. It is a little warm. Set a timer for 30 minutes. These things never work. Set a timer for 30 minutes. Let's go. 30 minutes. Now, I know a lot of people will say that you don't have to do this by wearing them, that you can just put them in hot water. But you know what? These jeans are $525, and I'm not about to mess them up. I'm following the instructions. I'm that kind of person. I'm that way. We are 5.5 hours later of boiling water for this. It's 89.6 degrees, and we've got another boiling water coming, so I'm gonna stand up. Oh, they're heavy. And pour this in slowly. Oh, it's hot. It's very hot. Give it a stir. Oh, it's warm. Oh, it's so warm. I should have found a better way to do this. I should have gotten one of the electric heaters. and throw it in here. Now we're at 93.9, maybe one more. It's hot on my toes. I can feel it. It burns my toes, and I wonder why. It's probably not smart to do. That is the worst sound in the entire world. There's a whole generation that's gonna have PTSD one day because of that. All right, now we gotta get out of here. We've gotta hang dry these in a place that's safe to drip. Otherwise, you're gonna have a floor full of water if you do this. And figure out a way to get inside. Oh, wouldn't it be bad if I forgot that I had something in my pockets? Like a watch or something? Or a pen? It'd be awful. Ugh. Now it's getting cold. So one of the first things that I did once I got my pants off, and I spared you those details, is I grabbed this piece of wood, extra little piece of lumber from outside from a recent renovation I did, and I'm just gonna hang that across my shower here and hang these up and allow them to drip down, which that setup looks like this right here. I have my bar here, my hangers. You can see how open they are. Everything's closed up. The pockets are all pushed down on the inside. We've got the legs pulled apart and gapped at the bottom, and they'll just hang like this until they dry. Okay, so first impressions. These feel solid. Like there's structure to them. The rise is right where I want it, high enough to set well, but not too restrictive. The thighs, there's plenty of room in the thighs, but not too much, enough that it does have a very nice kind of fitted, almost custom feel. The material feels like a much heavier weight material, but it wears like a much lighter weight jean. Of course, they'll soften, they'll mold to me. That's really the beauty of raw denim. These aren't jeans you just throw on and forget about, throw in the washer and the dryer. They ask for something from you. Time, patience, but in return, they become yours in a way no off-the-rack jeans ever could. Let's get real for just a minute, because there are things that I really, really like, and there's one thing that I don't really care for. No matter how much you love something, there's always room to make it better and to find little critiques, because that next iteration may just be perfection. First off, the denim itself is incredible. You can see the depth in the weave. There's a real texture to it. It's heavy, but not in a way that feels like a chore to wear. And the construction, I mean, there's no loose threads, there's no weird inconsistencies. It's just truly solid craftsmanship. Now, I have to nitpick just a little bit, because like I said, there is one thing that kind of bugs me, and it's this little tag right here. I'm just not a huge fan of it. I don't really see the intention of it, other than most of the time your shirt is going to be blocking the leather patch at the top, so people won't be able to see your jeans. But that, I think, sometimes is a good point, because then it forces conversation to be had rather than just seeing the brand on something and being able to identify it. You see the selvedge denim, you say, hey, I really like the color or the fade or the cut of those jeans. I think that denim, I really want to wear that. Where did you get it? Who makes it? And then you get to tell them the story of your jeans. This feels like maybe a little 2011 Billabong-ish or kind of PacSun-ish with the black and the white. If it's absolutely needed, I would have rather seen a little maybe kind of color matched with the gold threading that says like ST maybe the way one of the founders signs an S and a T, or even just not at all. I think these are an incredible, just plain, very simple pair of jeans, and that's what I'm looking for. So I may use a little tiny razor blade and just bring that off. So how do these fit into a closet and a lifestyle that's supposed to be simple and intentional? Well, that's easy. They're gonna get worn hard. Throw them on with sneakers, they'll crease, they'll fade, and they'll wear in ways that I really can't predict. And I think that's the best part. These aren't special occasion jeans. I don't have anything in my closet, maybe besides a suit, that's a special occasion item. And even I try to wear that out for non-special occasion events, activities. I think that the purpose of these clothes is to wear them, is to put them into your daily rotation and get the absolute most of your money and your time out of every single piece of clothing that you have in your closet. There's a quote that I heard years and years ago from a famous musician, someone that I think is an incredible artist, Jidena. And he said, I don't want my best dressed day in a casket. And I think about that all the time now when I'm picking stuff out of my closet. And yeah, we're all thinking it. Right now, these are just a pair of jeans. But what about in 6 months? What about in a year? What about in 5 years? What about in 10 years? There'll be something else entirely, a second skin, a story, and that's exactly why I have them. To understand the price of these, I think you have to understand um, maybe the artistry behind them, because I think the same as a painting. When we look at a painting and you see a price tag on it, people will get very upset and scoff at the idea of how much some pieces of art cost, no matter what it is, a handmade bag, a painting, a piece of music. And I think that that just comes from not understanding really the time. The price tags are often put on something as a way to determine its value, I guess, in the market. But the reality is the time, the care, the passion, the attention to detail that is put into someone's art is beyond value. It's it's them giving away a portion of their life to create something. It's like collecting a masterpiece. Every scruff, every crease, every fading thread tells a story. This isn't about a quick fix to your wardrobe. This is a lifelong investment in a piece of a craft, something that will change with you, not for you. I think a lot about how the past shapes us, not in some grand historical sense, but in the little things. The way we cook, the music we listen to, even the clothes we wear. These jeans, like I said, aren't just fabric. They're time, they're patience, they're history stitched into something new. And for us, they feel like home.